Almost an hour ago, I was about to take a fat ass nap in that bed behind me. I was watching a video about subconscious programming and how nothing changes even when you read more books, even when you're taking notes, even when you are drilling in your mind conscious changes you want to make. Why is it that reality around you isn't changing? And it was so interesting, guys, because right before I watched that video, I did some checklist items. Like I read a book, I was doing my mental map, I was doing a few productive things, and I got that feeling of frustration. I watched the video, and right in the part where he talks about subconscious programming, I feel this massive urge to sleep. And just to give some context, I always want to go to sleep right when something feels overwhelming or something feels inundating or when it's just too much for me. And I'm sure you've been there before, right? Like that conversation you're dreading, you'd rather just take a nap than like face it, right? Or that project that is due tomorrow that's causing you so much stress, you want to just escape from it for 30 minutes, right? That was me almost an hour ago. And if I had taken that nap, I would not be making this video right now. This video literally wouldn't exist. I'd be waking up 2 hours from now, yawning and being like, that was a good nap, lying to myself, and then taking another nap because I would then feel the shame of escaping from my reality. And I realized I fell for this cycle 1,000 times before. I have done this before. I've waken up. It was the same cycle of feeling like I wasted my day, then feeling shame, yada, yada, yada. So, right when the sleep, the drowsiness was taking me over, I woke up. I said, you know what? I'm going to finish this video. I give up that urge to sleep and run away. So I finished that video, I took action, and I moved on. Even throughout this day, I have my notebook right here. And one big thing I always tell myself whenever I'm watching informative videos is, oh, I'll take notes later, or oh, I don't need to take notes. It is that same thinking that led to that problem of having everything in theory, but yet nothing was being changed, right? And you guys notice, like, I'm a practicing Muslim, and one thing that was super interesting was I went to a halaqah yesterday. And a halaqah is basically a class or seminar about something Islamically related. And throughout the halaqah, the imam was asking us to take out a notebook and to take out a pen because we had to write this down. And guys, no joke, I was observing across the room. It was about 60 to 80 people. Only about 20% of people actually took out anything to write with. Because even he said it, even if you don't have a notebook or pen, use your phone. And even then, guys, most people refused. Most people just stared at him and listened to him. And I realized in real time that was the epitome of listening in with one ear and listening out with the other. Right? Ignore the ambulance noise behind me, but that was literally the epitome of listening with one ear and going out the other. And that is something I've done my whole life. Whenever I felt like I was better than the speaker, whenever I felt like I knew more than him, or whenever I felt like I didn't need to, I listened to the first thing that this brain told me. But you want to know something about your brains, guys? It is that same brain that has led you to the exact problems you have right now. And the more you refuse to accept that, the more you're like, nope, I know better. I don't need to do anything. Literally, that cue that is probably popping up for you right now that, oh, I shouldn't listen to him. That is the exact cue that's messed you up. And you know how I know that? Because I've done that all my life. I always thought I knew better than other people. I always thought I could figure out a way. I thought I didn't need structure and that I could just flow with the moment. And it worked until it didn't. It worked until it didn't. And just like with today, like for instance, literally my notebook, instead of just realizing or being self aware that, oh, I have negative thoughts, I should have shifted, I literally wrote it down. For instance, I'm behind. Nope, I'm on perfect timing. I have no money. Nope, I have my room and my health. Alhamdulillah. I suck with money. No, I'm building structure and I'm learning. I don't know what I'm doing. No, I have an amazing opportunity to learn, grow, evolve, and change. I'll never figure out YouTube. No, I'm finding out intentionally what my angles are, what my topics are, what resonates with you. By writing it down, I felt the change in real time because knowledge, guys, kind of like what that guy was saying in the other video, if it's theoretical, it will never be realistic. And that is why I say give up. Give up the habits that keep you stuck to lust. Give up the habits of doom scrolling where you come back at work every day and you are exhausted, and instead of holding space for that, you doom scroll. Because I've been there before. I've been there before. I doom scrolled for 3 hours when I came home from grad school from work. And guess what? At the end of it, guys, I would still face the dread of having to go to work the next day. And I know you feel that too. I know you've been in that situation too. And that is a signal, guys. That is a signal. If you face that pain, if you feel that pain, it means something is wrong. But the fact that you can feel pain, the fact that you can see the signal that this is not working, you feel that resistance, It means there is something to change, guys, and that's beautiful. Because you don't want to be one of those people who are so numb they don't feel anything anymore. That is a choice. You can keep numbing up that intuitive voice that tells you you're meant for more and you could do better and you should look at this. You keep numbing it and it won't exist anymore, right? So give up. Give up those habits. Give up the refusal to have humility and be like, you know what? I need to learn and I need to grow. Because if, again, guys, if I didn't have that humility, if I didn't admit, yo, I've done this so many times before, I'd be knocking in bed right now. There's a version of me that is sleeping in that bed at like 4 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon. Proven to himself, reinforces confirmation bias. He ain't worth nothing because he has proven to himself through his actions he's not. That's what my subconscious mind is going to remember. But by making this video instead, I'm talking to you, I'm growing, I'm learning, I get to share this with you guys, right? And I'm so excited because giving up always has a negative connotation, but it can be so positive instead. It can be so life-changing because to give up the bad habits means to say yes to a better version of yourself. To give up trying to put a square into a circle means you will finally learn and put a circular object in there. To give up and finally admit, you know what, maybe I don't know as much as I'm doing and I need to learn and I need to integrate and apply, that literally means you pick yourself up, you stop walking in the wrong direction, and you start headed back up. So yes, give up. Give up the low frequency habits. Give up the negative thinking. Give up the repeated action that drives you to do the same thing over and over again and expecting the same result. Give that up. Because if you don't, your dreams will give up on you. And I've been there, I've done that. And guys, if you are here, if you are growing, if you want to become a better version of yourself, it's not worth it. It really isn't. If you took anything of value from this video, I'm grateful for you. And I'm so excited to see you in the next one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.